Honored guests and celebrants, please join me in thanking the Loyola Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Frederick Lowe. The ceremony will begin shortly. At this time, we would ask you to take your seats and please silence your cell phones.
I visited Loyola. This was my first time ever coming to Chicago, and I just stepped on campus and it felt right. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, it was exactly where I wanted to be.
I came from a Jesuit university myself, so I knew what it meant and how they were really committed to the social impact work, and so it made sense for me to come and study an MBA focused on social impact in Loyola and in the city.
I chose Loyola because of their commitment to health equity and their patient-centered approach to care. And both of those are informed by this Jesuit notion of the inherent dignity of all people.
When I originally came in, I felt welcomed. It felt like I went from being a student to having a family.
So right when the pandemic hit, we had to go home. I think this was like the week before spring break.
We had the metaphorical rug pulled out from underneath our feet, and all of a sudden everything was switched to online. And yeah, it was of course challenging. We were isolated. We were not able to see those people, our classmates, who had been such an incredible support system for those first 2 years.
I think the biggest roadblock during that time was trying to stay focused.
I lived in a really social dorm my freshman year, and then that was a really hard thing to just be done and go home.
We handled it with grace, and I was just humbled by some of the resiliency of many of my classmates.
Somehow still staying connected with the people that I had met, whether it be on Zoom, whether it be on FaceTime.
My program was very helpful in creating this community. We would have virtual coffee talks.
We made projects together. We would get online and we would form groups and we would help each other in class.
That's something I will appreciate always. Like, I have this Friends for Life that Loyola gave me here in Chicago.
So with the pandemic came a really big time for reflection within myself. So I ended up changing my focus from medicine to public health, more specifically into what is epidemiology.
When coming back to campus, though, I think the biggest thing was joining clubs that matter to me and getting involved in the clubs that I'm in. So in my sorority, getting involved with being in the sisterhood stuff and getting involved with teaching new members and helping them to come back into the sorority.
When I look at my classmates who did not relent in their collective pursuit of their medical education, I'm filled with hope.
After graduation, I will continue working at Driehaus Capital Management, now as a full-time employee.
So the hope and dream is, getting a job within epidemiology.
So a couple days ago, I found out that I'll be going to Columbia for internal medicine residency.
I have been exposed to some corporate recruiting, which has kind of given me insight into where I want to take my psychology degree. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be taking on a full-time position as a recruiter at LaSalle Network.
When I look back, I'm going to say, I did it. I did it with the help of Loyola, the family bond that I built, joining together and completing what I started.
I would say that it definitely has set me up to manage my expectations and to kind of persevere through whatever difficult situation is happening, whether it be my work life, whether it be personal life, academic life.
We found Friends for Life here, and I feel incredibly blessed to have been a part of this community and really found my people during these past 5 years.
Honored guests and celebrants, may I have your attention, please, so that we can begin the ceremony. The processional is led by the Edwin T. and Vivigene F. Sujak Award winner for Teaching Excellence for the year 2022, Dr. Robert McNeese. The Sujak Award winner for Research Excellence for the year 2022, Dr. Christine Lee Grinning. The Sujak Master Teacher for the year 2022, Dr. Shauna Price. And the Sujak Master Researchers for the year 2022, Dr. Vincent Chen. And Dr. Zoe Smith. They will be followed by members of Loyola's faculty emeriti, faculty, and members of the Dean's Party. President Rooney, Provost Callahan, Dean Schrader, officers of the university, guests of honor, members of the faculty and administration, candidates for graduation, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 152nd Annual Commencement of Loyola University Chicago College of Arts and Sciences. As we begin, we draw your particular attention to the university's Land Acknowledgement Statement, printed on the inside front cover of your program, but also to appear on screen, for it honors the heritage of the grounds we walk. Now, will everyone who is able please stand for the posting of the colors by the Loyola University Army ROTC Color Guard, and join the silhouettes in singing the national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until after the invocation is given.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is now my privilege to present the Reverend D. Scott Hendrickson of the Society of Jesus, who will give the invocation.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we ask you to bless the graduates who stand before us now. Bless them with gratitude for their unique gifts and talents, which they have developed here in this university. Bless them with understanding and heartfelt joy for the support they have received from friends and family, many of whom are present here today. And bless them for who they have become as lifelong learners in their journey at Loyola University Chicago. Where there is injustice, may their voices preach equality. Where there is economic disparity, may their efforts bring forth partnership and engagement in community. Where the world blisters and breaks under the duress of harm, may their actions be an example of stewardship to all. And where there is derision and violence done unto others, may they be emboldened in solidarity as global citizens. God of all, you are the source of all grace. We thank you for this day, and we humbly ask you that we may always have the wisdom to acknowledge you as the font and source of all that is good. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Joanne Rooney, President of Loyola University Chicago, who will offer a few words of welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and trustees of Loyola University Chicago and our worldwide network of alumni, family, and friends, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the College of Arts and Sciences, part of the 2022 annual commencement for Loyola University Chicago. This year, we celebrate more than 5,000 graduates across 11 ceremonies in one joy-filled week. Being able to celebrate together this year adds an extra level of excitement to an already momentous occasion. Following many months of constant adjustment, isolating solitude, remote learning, and virtual ceremonies, we have learned not to take some of the most basic things for granted, such as joining together as community, exchanging face-to-face greetings, or even sharing that special hug. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates and the warmest of wishes to all of the families, friends, and loved ones here with us today. Despite the uncertainties and constant challenges you encountered during this global pandemic, you have adapted and you have persevered. With resolve and resilience, you continue to connect, to learn, and to care for each other. You navigated constant changes while supporting one another, and you worked hard as you completed your degrees. This is the real definition of being Jesuit educated. Of course, there were countless difficult moments and even some periods filled with doubt. But we have all been inspired by your resilience, creativity, and determination as you navigated so much change and uncertainty. Through it all, we have a renewed appreciation that we are all in this together, and none of us can accomplish great things alone. Let us take this moment to appreciate each other, students, families, faculty, and staff, for the many ways you lifted one another up, persevered, and leaned into the greater goal and the greater good. Let's have a round of applause for each other. At this Jesuit Catholic University, we understand that there is no learning without love, no success without kindness, no scholarship without accompaniment. There is no justice without mercy, no reason without faith, and no healing without hope. Our coming together today is a collective act of hope and love. We come from many backgrounds and celebrate as one achievements across many fields. We connect not only to mark this milestone, but also to affirm as a community our commitment to the values of Jesuit education, civil discourse, deeper understanding, greater justice achieved through education, research, and service to others, and seeking and seeing God in all things. To this class of 2022, as you transition from student to graduate, it is important to recognize that it is your calling, your responsibility to apply these values across a world that is in need of hope, commitment to action, and leaders just like you. But for right now, at this moment, let us focus on the present. It is time to celebrate and commence.
It is now my pleasure to present Dr. Peter Schrader, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
President Rooney, Provost Callahan, our graduation speaker, Hugh Evans, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, and most importantly, members of the graduating class of 2022. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you to Loyola University Chicago's 152nd annual commencement ceremony. As you know, the College of Arts and Sciences is the oldest, the largest, and the most academically diverse of Loyola's 15 schools, colleges, and institutes. Since its founding in 1870, the college is home to 19 academic departments and 31 interdisciplinary programs and centers that span an array of intellectual pursuits, from the natural sciences and the computational sciences to the humanities, the social sciences, and the fine and performing arts. Home to the departments that anchor the university's core curriculum, the College of Arts and Sciences seeks to prepare all of Loyola's students to think critically, to engage the world of the 21st century at ever-deepening levels, and to become caring and compassionate individuals. Each of you can be extremely proud of what you accomplished as a student during your career at Loyola. You were introduced to ways of thinking that are different than those you grew up with. You discovered new and exciting ideas through your classes. You achieved mastery over a chosen academic area of study. You participated in extracurricular activities, developed your professional abilities, and made lifelong friendships. These accomplishments serve as the heart and soul of our Jesuit-inspired education and what it means to be a graduate of the College of Arts and Sciences. You also have the distinction of being students during the COVID-19 pandemic, and your resilience and creativity were truly impressive. You not only met, but you surmounted the academic challenges associated with the pandemic, including navigating online classes, undertaking research and writing papers in an online environment, and creating virtual communities in unique and fascinating ways. You are truly part of an exceptional generation of college students. And I think for having made it through this, you need to give yourselves a nice, round, warm applause. Now, as students, you have achieved amazing things during your time at Loyola. But I know that you would be the first to acknowledge that you did not do this alone. For example, you were accompanied on your academic journeys by our extraordinary faculty and staff. So can I please ask all of our faculty members and staff members, wherever you are, if you can stand up, to please stand so that you can be recognized. And please remain standing. You know, we haven't been here for 2 years. Can we give these faculty and staff who have poured their hearts out to you one more round of applause? So now can I please ask all of the parents, family members, and friends who are with us today, if you're able, to please stand up as well. So graduates, these are the people who truly made everything possible for you. When you were in need, and that typically was financial need, they all were there for you. When times were tough and you needed a shoulder to lean on, they were there for you. And when things were going great and there was something to celebrate, as we are doing here today, they have always been there for you as well. So can you please join me in giving them a round, warm applause? All right, you can definitely sit down now. I mean, that's all that I have to say, except for congratulations again to the graduating class of 2022, and it has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your dean. Thank you.
With pleasure, I now present Mr. Jacob Paul Taraka, candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, in Molecular and Cellular Neuroscience, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the student community of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Unprecedented times. We've been hearing these two words over and over again for more than 2 years now. To be honest, I do not want to hear them anymore. I have heard them so many times that they've lost meaning to me. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed this world in ways we've never seen in such a short amount of time. It goes without saying that our college experience has been unlike any other because of this. We were forced to sit through over a year of online classes, separated from this Loyola community. But despite all of these challenges, we found a way to succeed, standing here as the graduating class of 2022. Before coming to Loyola, I was not only the only Indian person in many of my classes, but oftentimes the only person of color as well. I came to this school accustomed to hiding away from my Indian culture, and with that, a large part of myself. However, I knew things were going to be different here in just my first week when I walked into the Damon Student Center and I saw the Indian Student Association selling samosas. If you haven't had one, they are one of the most popular snacks in the Indian culture. I highly recommend you try one. I immediately bought a samosa, texted a picture to my parents, and absolutely devoured that thing. This was just the beginning of a large period of growth that Loyola fostered in me. I was surrounded by a community of people who embraced and celebrated me for all of my unique attributes, and they encouraged me to live them out with pride. This environment has pushed me to levels of personal, spiritual, and academic growth that I never could have imagined when I first walked through those green doors. I never could have imagined the walls of anxiety and self-doubt that I would break through here. I never could have imagined the passion for life that I would develop here. I never could have imagined standing here, giving this speech. It's easy to dwell on all the negatives and how our college experience may have suffered in these ever-turbulent times. I know we all have. But that is not how Loyola taught me how to handle adversity. As the former president of our boxing club, I'd like to draw some inspiration from the famous fictitious boxer, Rocky Balboa, who says, "It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." They say that the best boxers are those that can persist through the late rounds. And that is exactly what we did. We adapted. We became stronger. We became tougher. In these times, which have been filled with much confusion and uncertainty for what our future holds, we must let our Jesuit values shine brighter than ever before. A core value of the Jesuit order is cura personalis, meaning care for the whole self. In this, we are called to nurture the growth of our mind, body, and spirit, not only throughout our academics, but throughout every aspect of our lives. This calls us to embrace our diversity and differences rather than hide behind them. Because beyond all these labels we place upon ourselves, we are all children of God and children of this earth. So embrace your differences and your quirks, and do not be misled by the narratives of division that society attempts to place on us. We've endured some challenging times throughout our undergraduate years. But as Loyola graduates, we are built to thrive in these conditions. And if I've learned one thing from our basketball team within the past few years, that is to never count us out. Our time at Loyola has taught me that you do not need to be on this campus to be a part of this community. Your Jesuit values should live on as a fire that burns inside of you long after you leave this campus. We are the class of 2022, and we have proven that it is going to take a lot more than a global pandemic to knock us down. So, go forth and set the world on fire. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And, above all else, ramble on. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Catherine Putanti, Professor of Bioinformatics and Associate Dean for Interdisciplinary Initiatives and Academic Innovation, who will introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Hugh Evans.
Hello. Hugh Evans is an internationally renowned humanitarian, one of the most recognized leaders in international development, and the CEO and co-founder of Global Citizen, the world's largest movement of citizens taking action to end extreme poverty now. Over the course of a decade, Global Citizen has grown to be a movement of tens of millions of people around the world, working to defend the planet, defeat poverty, and tackle inequity. Hugh's passion for poverty eradication was sparked at the age of 14 when he spent the night in a slum in the Philippines built on top of a garbage dump. This later led him to co-found the Oak Tree Foundation, Australia's first youth-run aid organization. The foundation focuses on creating education opportunities to countries in need across Asia-Pacific and African regions. And it is still run today by people 16 to 26 years old. In 2006, Evans coordinated the Make Poverty History campaign in Australia, culminating with a concert on the eve of the G20 meeting. With support from Bono and Pearl Jam, the Australian government agreed to double its investment in international development. Immediately following, with a grant from the United Nations, Global Citizen was born with the mission of building an unstoppable movement towards eradicating extreme poverty. The Global Citizen model rewards people for taking action. Through acts of service, citizens earn their way in experiences, like the Global Citizen Festival. This festival takes place at the Great Lawn in Central Park, where it annually coincides with the UN General Assembly. Since 2012, the festival has gone on to take place in London, Paris, Lagos, Los Angeles, Mumbai, Hamburg, Toronto, Berlin, and Johannesburg. In 2021, Global Citizen hosted Global Citizen Live, a 24-hour global broadcast filmed across 6 continents. This once-in-a-generation campaign secured over 60 million COVID-19 vaccines, 157 million trees planted, and over $1.1 billion committed to climate, famine, and COVID response efforts. Over the last 10 years, Global Citizens have taken over 30.4 million actions, resulting in $41.4 billion being distributed to NGO partners around the world, thus impacting 1.15 billion lives. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Global Citizen produced One World Together at Home alongside Lady Gaga and the World Health Organization. This global broadcast special raised $127 million to purchase and provide PPE to our frontline healthcare workers. More recently, Global Citizen coordinated Stand Up for Ukraine, a global social media rally with support from Billie Eilish, Oprah, Pharrell, Bruce Springsteen, Celine Dion, the Jonas Brothers, Elton John, Metallica, Hugh Jackman, Jennifer Lopez, U2, and many more. This culminated with a pledging summit hosted by the European Commission President von der Leyen and Prime Minister Trudeau, raising $10.1 billion for refugees and internally displaced people of Ukraine. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Hugh Evans.
President Rooney, Provost Callahan, Dean Schrader, faculty and staff, family and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. It would be remiss of me also not to acknowledge Sister Jean, who at 102 years young is an incredible force of nature. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to share this special day with you. To the graduating class whose beaming faces are arrayed before us, I offer my heartfelt congratulations, not only for reaching this milestone, but for having done so during what was surely the toughest time to be a college student in recent history. I was going to say the toughest time to be a college student ever, but then I remembered there are those among us who went to college and managed to graduate before the internet. The disruptions, uncertainty, and fear brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic will no doubt feature prominently in your college memories. Over time, however, I hope and believe you will come to see that the unique set of challenges you faced and overcame during your time here helped you build resilience and hone your ability to adapt, and that those things, alongside your education itself, will stand you in good stead for the future. In fact, if I was going to compose a list of the most important attributes of leaders for the future, leaders like you, alongside vision, resilience and adaptability would come in at 1, 2, and 3. You have yet another advantage as you prepare to take on the world. As Loyola alumni, you are the beneficiaries of a tradition that reaches back centuries, but one that is as relevant today as it has ever been. The Jesuits pioneered a model of Catholic learning built on what was a radical insight at the time. Not only does no conflict exist between religious faith and scientific inquiry, they are in fact mutually enriching and essential pursuits. By rejecting the false binary of faith or science dogma in favor of faith and science, Jesuits have greatly deepened the well of human knowledge and expanded our sense of what the world makes possible. I take inspiration from this, as should you, along with pride for continuing this tradition. We should all seek to emulate the courage of the early Jesuits and reject the false binary propositions of our era, and for the same reason that the Jesuits did, because they undermine our ability to solve the world's greatest problems. The most pernicious of these false binaries is zero-sum thinking. It is the false belief that a person's success can be measured in the failure of others, or that expanding the rights of one group somehow threatens those of others, or that fighting poverty abroad somehow diminishes prosperity at home. It is not only that this zero-sum worldview is morally questionable, it is that this zero-sum worldview is just plain wrong, close to the exact opposite of the truth. I first realized this in my freshman year of high school. A lady from an aid organization came and spoke at our school assembly about how we could raise money for communities living in the developing world, and I put up my hand to try to be involved. And over the next year, we raised more money than any other school in Australia, and I was given the opportunity to go to the Philippines to see their work firsthand. It was 1998, and we were taken into a slum in the outskirts of Manila. It was there I became friends with Sonny Boy, who lived on what was literally a pile of steaming garbage. Smoky Mountain was what they called it, but please don't let the romance of that name fool you, because it was nothing more than a rancid landfill that kids like Sonny Boy spent hours rummaging through every single day to try to find something, anything of value. That night with Sonny Boy and his family changed my life forever, because when it came time to go to sleep, we just lay down on this concrete slab the size of half my bedroom with myself, Sonny Boy, and the rest of his family, 7 of us in this long line. And I'll never forget lying there that night with the smell of rubbish and cockroaches crawling all around us. I didn't sleep a wink, but I lay awake thinking to myself, why should anyone have to live like this when I have so much? Why should Sonny Boy's ability to live out his dreams be determined by where he was born, or what Warren Buffett called the ovarian lottery? These experiences showed me how vast the challenge of ending extreme poverty truly was, and that there can be no room for this zero-sum worldview. How can you argue that you deserve or are somehow entitled to more than someone else on the other side of the planet, when so much of our innate opportunity is dictated by that lottery of our birth? And this gets to the heart of what it means to be a global citizen. See, it's not defined by race, language, religion, political ideology, or economic status. It's an outlook, a way of looking at the world around us and appreciating our interconnectedness, a positive sum equation arising from the insight that expanding opportunity broadens the possibilities for everyone. If, for instance, you see that the conflict in Ukraine is intimately linked to rising food prices at home, or food security in the Middle East and parts of Africa, you are a global citizen. If you support the idea that only through international cooperation can we seek to tackle climate change or fight pandemics or end extreme poverty, you're a global citizen. And if you believe that withholding vaccines from poor countries puts us all at risk by creating breeding grounds for new variants, or that denying education to millions of girls comes at a huge opportunity cost by depriving the worlds of their talent, you're a global citizen. 10 years ago, we held the first Global Citizen Festival on the Great Lawn of Central Park in New York City. And since then, this has grown into a movement of millions of people around the world working to end extreme poverty within our lifetime. And that's why in 2015, we stood alongside then UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to launch the Sustainable Development Goals on our Global Citizen stage, which set 2030 as the roadmap to end extreme poverty within our lifetime. And that's why we've worked tirelessly every single year since to drive resources and policy change alongside what remains the world's only and viable, credible plan to achieve this goal. But 7 years later, the truth is that post-COVID-19, the number of people living in extreme poverty is now increasing. And despite progress in a few countries before COVID-19 hit, the world is now wildly off track from that 2030 target. Then, in the past 2 years, the world has been hit by a confluence of crises, and whatever gains were made since 2015 have been wiped out entirely. Hunger is on the rise and food prices are at their highest in a decade. Climate change is wreaking havoc on communities. In Afghanistan right now, 24 million people are relying on humanitarian assistance just to survive, and Ethiopia is facing the worst climate-induced drought in decades. Then, to make matters worse, Russia invades Ukraine, triggering the kind of kinetic warfare and mass displacement of citizens that we haven't seen since the Second World War, and which many of us hope was a figment of an unlamented past of geopolitical thuggery. It's a pretty bleak picture, but you don't do what we do for as long as we have by succumbing to pessimism. So I'm not despondent. In fact, I'm as energized and as optimistic as I've ever been. Why? Because of all the generations that have fought injustice, mine and yours are the first to have in our world real solutions at hand and the means and resources to apply them right now, today. How do I know the world has the resources right now to eradicate extreme poverty where it persists? Because between them, the wealthiest countries on the planet have spent, just in the past 2 years, $17 trillion on pandemic relief measures, mostly in the form of stimulus payments and bailouts for hard-hit sectors of their economies. To put that into some perspective, if we spent all overseas development assistance, that is the entire foreign aid budget of every wealthy nation on the planet combined, including the United States, we would have to spend that again and again and again and again for 100 years to match that pandemic relief spend. Now, don't get me wrong. Political leaders were right to act boldly and at scale to stave off what may have otherwise been a catastrophic economic meltdown. But my point is this: if the international community fails to deliver on the Sustainable Development Goals, it will not be because it was too hard or because we cannot afford it. It'll only be due to a failure of political will. And that's where a movement of global citizens come in. At the start of the pandemic, I remember feeling so despondent, probably much like yourself, and I remember I called a board meeting at Global Citizen to discuss our future. And to be really honest with you, I wasn't sure where we would go. I was so worried we would never achieve our mission. But some of our much wiser board members said to me, they said, "Hugh, pull yourself together and ask how you can be of greater service to those around you." And without fail, the next day I got a phone call from the head of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros, who asked us if we could mobilize artists all around the world to raise urgent money for PPE and frontline community healthcare workers and get out that message of social distancing. I knew this was our chance to be of service. And so the following day I called Chris Martin of Coldplay and I asked him, could he start to perform in his living room? And he did. He kicked it off One World Together at Home. He then threw to John Legend, who threw to Niall Horan of One Direction, who threw to Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. And then a week later, I got a phone call from Lady Gaga, who put up her hand to work with us on a global television special featuring everyone from the Rolling Stones through to Paul McCartney, through to Elton John, Billie Eilish, and we managed to get it into over 160 countries around the world, but most importantly, raised $127.9 million for frontline healthcare workers. But I want to tell you that you don't need to be a pop icon or a household name to affect change. In fact, for our Mandela 100 campaign in South Africa in 2018, we were advocating to expand access and affordability of menstrual products that were out of reach for millions of women and girls. Because what had happened is 7 years after the South African government promised they would address this issue, it was 2018, and nothing had happened. A whole lot of words, but no action. And a group of advocates, young advocates, they came to me and they said, it's barriers like these that keep girls out of school and from reaching their full potential. They said, we know what needs to be done, just help us make it happen. And so we launched a campaign together, and over 100,000 global citizens across South Africa started to make phone calls to the South African government. We made so many phone calls, the government literally had to unplug the phone lines at Capitol House. It was unbelievable. And in October that year, the South African government did respond, and they eliminated the tax on all menstrual hygiene products. It was a good win, but we kept on going. We fought even harder. And then what happened next was even more exciting, because backstage at our Mandela 100 concert, with 80,000 global citizens calling for change, and just before Beyoncé was about to take the stage, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa was there with me, and he pulled up his iPad, and before Oprah Winfrey was about to introduce him, he made some last-minute edits to his speech. He added $129 million for menstrual hygiene programs, enough money to fully fund this goal. And since then, the South African government has delivered free menstrual pads and napkins to over 1 million girls in public schools across South Africa each and every year. We treasure victories like these, and you will all, no doubt, have a string of amazing successes throughout your journey. But complacency is as useless as despair. Things are going to get hard, but keep on going and keep close to those who have inspired you on your journey. Over the past 20 years, I tried to reconnect with Sonny Boy in the Philippines. See, we met long before social media, and I had no way of finding him again. But following a TED talk I gave in 2016, I received an email from an NGO in the Philippines, and they said they thought they knew who Sonny Boy was. And at first, I just didn't believe it. But finally, after all those years, Sonny Boy and I reconnected in Manila. And thanks to the support of an NGO, his situation had started to improve. He was able to relocate. We brought him a rickshaw, and we helped his family create a store in front of their house, and his children are now in school. However devastating the circumstances of his life to date, it need not and will not be a tragedy. It will be a story of hard work, of helping others, of family and community, of building something from nothing and passing it on, a positive sum equation. Class of 2022, be resilient and adaptive as you face challenges on your journey. It will be worth it. Keep going even when the climb gets steeper. My hope is that each and every one of you will join the climb. There are so many paths to the summit, some well-trodden, some less so, others that wait to be discovered by you. And because of the tradition of service that permeates this university, I know I am preaching to the converted when I say this, but it is worth underlining. Whatever other titles you acquire over the course of your career, lawyer, nurse, teacher, doctor, engineer, designer, Instagram influencer, hold on just as tightly to the designation citizen. Be active and engaged, whether it's in your neighborhood, at a country or a state level, nationally or on the global issues I've touched on today. Reject zero-sum lies for positive-sum truths, not just because it makes you nicer, but because it will make you smarter and more effective too. Among all the uncertainty and cynicism and ambiguity, I find inspiration from this insight every single day, not just that you and I have within us the power to change the world, but that the world cannot become a better place without us. We need you to be great citizens, hopefully great global citizens, because the stakes could not be higher. And given the steepness of the challenges we face as a planet, some of them existential, all of them urgent, none of us can afford your generation to fall even slightly short of greatness. So congratulations again, class of 2022, on reaching this important milestone, and thank you for having me today. Thank you.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees will now be presented. Dr. Peter Schrader, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, will make his recommendations to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees. I invite Dean Schrader and President Rooney to the podium.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand? President Rooney, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts Honors, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science Honors. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend these degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees for which you have been recommended. As a sign of your new academic status, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side, and congratulations, graduates.
Candidates who have not yet been taken out of their rows will please be seated again. The candidates for all baccalaureate degrees will now come forward by degree group to be recognized by name as directed by marshals. Dr. Joyce Knight, Associate Dean, and Dr. Adam Patrikowski, Assistant Dean, will read the names of the candidates. One of our long-standing traditions is to have each of our graduates shake the hands of the president and the dean as they walk across the stage to accept their diploma. But this year, out of an abundance of caution and respect for our graduates and their guests at each of our ceremonies throughout the week, we ask that you please forego the customary handshake and instead exchange verbal greetings. Thank you for your understanding. Guests, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until all the degree groups have been recognized so that each graduate's name may be heard by his or her family and loved ones distinctly. Guests are not permitted to approach the stage to take photographs. Thank you for your cooperation.
Let me do the degree group. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics, Larissa Marie Gonzalez. Megan Connor Kill, summa cum laude. Michael J. Lemonager, honors, magna cum laude. Sabrina M. Luftayeva, cum laude. Karthik Fani Mayeni, honors, cum laude. Aditi Patel, magna cum laude. Ria A. Prague, honors. Delaney Joe Sowers, honors. Henry Wittich, honors cum laude, the Department of Bioinformatics. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Biology, Marta Sabagadis Abe. Emily Agan, honors, summa cum laude. Alexa N. Agra. Amar Ahmed, cum laude. Amina Ahmetovic, Hamza Al-Semi, Bassem Al-Tarshan, summa cum laude. Sarah Faith Alcantara, Jessica Alva, cum laude. Alyssa Moniel Alvarado, magna cum laude. Regina M. Antonetti, magna cum laude. Marlon Ariano Aguilar. Cassidy Marie Arnold, cum laude. Nicholas W. Avalos, cum laude. Noor Asar, magna cum laude. Shireen S. Baig, summa cum laude. Alfred Bajo, magna cum laude. Evelina Anna Backart. Carolina Joanne Barcarcel, honors, magna cum laude. Zarina Bandale, magna cum laude. Brenda K. Becerra. Carmen G. Beidelman. Alexandra Marie Benek, honors, magna cum laude. Keshav Bardwaj. Maciek Balavic, magna cum laude. Dakota Storm Bilaskov, cum laude. Jamie Cetera Birenvan, summa cum laude. Kirk Philip Bowden, Jr. Kyle Richard Bodecker, cum laude. Brenda Bortis, magna cum laude. Jason Odisho Buda, magna cum laude. Natalie Rose Bucio, cum laude. Nico Carino Cañas. Joffrey Segoy Castro. Alyssa T. Chen, cum laude. Alexia Georgia Chiambas. Eric Sung Chien. Megan Elizabeth Cholak. Emily Michelle Sealak, magna cum laude. Gina F. Civittini, honors, cum laude. Olivia Bachnaka. Sarah Marie Compton, summa cum laude. Jaden Renee Connor. Tia Marie Consolino, magna cum laude. Shri Contractor, honors, magna cum laude. Pablo Conduritis, honors. Alana N. Cox. Madison R. Cox. Monique Inez Crum, magna cum laude. Noel Firas Derry, summa cum laude. Sumaya Terudayo Dero, cum laude. Serene A. Darwish. Caitlin Mackenzie Davis. Kathia Delgado. Samuel Derek Dix, cum laude. Devin Dixick, magna cum laude. Sonia Tanita Drent. Ethan Ray Elaguzzi, honors, magna cum laude. Mona Hatim Elabaid. Lauren N. Elu. Nina S. Fell, honors, magna cum laude. Sophia Mascati Feller. Elena M. Fiolek, cum laude. Kyle W. Fossier. Marissa Garlitz. Michaela Rose Gondek, cum laude. Jessica Marie Gooder, magna cum laude. Jack E. Garden, magna cum laude. Isabel Dominica Grega, honors. Charles Palacio Guerrero, honors, magna cum laude. Arturo Gaetano Gutiu, magna cum laude. Blair Marie Hall. Sydney Caitlin Hall. Pamela Maria Banguyan Hamoy, cum laude. Thomas Christopher Hansen, summa cum laude. Taylor Nicole Hartman, summa cum laude. Jolie L. Hedgepeth, cum laude. Eric F. Hernandez. Rocio Gethsemane Hernandez, cum laude. Kelly Herrera, cum laude. Adam Geb Hizad, cum laude. David Lawrence Christopher Hill, summa cum laude. Asma T. Hoda. Florian D. Hoffman. Natalie Ann Hopkins. Farhia Irfan, magna cum laude. Alex Peter Iwema. Ushna Khan Jadun. Sophia Isabel Janidlo, honors. Corinne Marisol Jarvis, honors, magna cum laude. Olivia Jarzabek. Joshua Jimenez, cum laude. Titane Uera Johnson, cum laude. Anas Kabir, cum laude. Dimitrios Kamiotis, cum laude. Matthew Kasperik, cum laude. Noriana K. Cazo. Lauren Elizabeth Kemp, magna cum laude. Gabriella Renee Kennerly, magna cum laude. Claudia G. Kern, cum laude. Berad Kamisi, magna cum laude. Azan Omar Khan, magna cum laude. Fazwan Khan, magna cum laude. Samia Khatun, magna cum laude. Olivia Anna Kaniska, cum laude. Patrick John Koloje, cum laude. Maya Srinija Kota, summa cum laude. Jennifer Kovalchik, summa cum laude. Patricia Kozub. Emily Rose Kring, honors, magna cum laude. Kavya Krishna Kumar, magna cum laude. Simon John Kromkowski. Michelle Kupiek. Andrew Nguyen Lam, magna cum laude. Alyssa Ryan Lavery, honors, cum laude. Jimena Mariana Lascano Gonzalez. Yosan Ann Libab, cum laude. Ethan J. Lee, magna cum laude. Cassandra Lee, cum laude. Michelle Y. Lead, cum laude. Emily Lira. Francesca J. Lubick, cum laude. Emma Klund Lofsenis, magna cum laude. Alec George Loftus, magna cum laude. Teresa Ann Rolento Lolang. Elizabeth Rose Longteen, magna cum laude. Nicholas Lucateris, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Maher, summa cum laude. Anna Marie Hopstad Malay. Christian Joseph Manicus. Janvi Anup Mana. Grace M. Mansky, summa cum laude. Karina Itzel Marban. Samantha Lynn Marsh, magna cum laude. Brianna Martinez. Mario Sebastian Martinez. Vianney Adeli Martinez, cum laude. Andrea Rose Martino. Heidi Mata, magna cum laude. Angelica Nicole Mateo Ella. Max J. McDonald, summa cum laude. Aaron Jess McKenzie, magna cum laude. Ambron Sky Meehan. Victor May, cum laude. Andrea Silvell Miraz, magna cum laude. Esther Amarachi Mere. Annabella Therese Mershad, magna cum laude. Bennett Miller. Sohaib Ahmed Mirza, magna cum laude. Kimberly M. Miss. Emily Danielle Montalvo, cum laude. Nicole T. Moreno, magna cum laude. Paulina Matsoko. Jimmy James Imsemo. Logan Marie Myers. Lakshmi S. Nair. Kelly T. Trang No, cum laude. Nancy Huyn Nguyen. Alexa Marie Nicholson, magna cum laude. Daniela Nunez. Emma Margaret O'Connell, cum laude. Hannah L. Andrusic, cum laude. Allison Marie Ozark, magna cum laude. Nicholas A. Palomares. Arshia Ashik Patel, magna cum laude. Brina D. Patel, honors, magna cum laude. Chandni Dilip Patel. Haley Patel. Krishna R. Patel. Priya K. Patel. Priyali N. Patel. Pooja Patel, magna cum laude. Riya Y. Patel. Rushil Jachendra Patel, cum laude. Priscilla Arena Patelis, honors, magna cum laude. Ming Wei Chen Patrick. Vanessa Isabel Perez Elguera. Xochitl G. Perez Leonir, honors, cum laude. Jerissa Zakara Filo. Isabella Eva Pisanco. Brianna Irene Plecky, cum laude. Anita J. Palakatil. Reluca Daniela Pop. Rebecca Christina Pop. Bocote Rose Potter. Stephen Francis Priest, magna cum laude. Camille Peter Prus. Ursula N. Qureshi, honors, magna cum laude. Akib Sheikh Rashid, magna cum laude. Daria Rassam, cum laude. Alicia Ann Rothapilil, cum laude. Nicholas Francis Redman. Vanessa Portugal Reese. Yatzani Marlene Resendez Rivera. Cassidy Risherm. Nicole Stephanie Robin, magna cum laude. Giovanni Eligio Rodriguez, honors. Quincy Jefferson Rogers II. Amaya Zayanda Rojas. Savannah R. Ryan, summa cum laude. David Robert Regal. Julia Riggle. Michael Thomas Saban, honors, cum laude. Jihad Abdel Hamad Sabri Ahmed, cum laude. Youssef Hussam Samara. Alondra Exelini Sanchez. Lauren N. Sapachotti, magna cum laude. Summer Sinclair Scott Schneck. Sarah Selimaj. Gloria Susan Selvaraj. Michael William Schrader. Mariangela Silva. Nicholas George Skip, cum laude. Lydia Grace Gowronski. Connor L. Slavsky. Morgan Triana Smith. Veronica Smerzak. Vipashi Rafia Sapani, summa cum laude. Anna Soltis. Natalia Zofia Sorbian, summa cum laude. Sheridan Nicole Spencer. Lillian Grace Spikings. Thomas Gabriel Stanila, honors summa cum laude. Kaylee A. Stewart, magna cum laude. Patricia Suliba, cum laude. Rebecca Haley Sullivan, honors cum laude. Masuma Fatima Sultan, summa cum laude. Janelle Renee Sweet, honors summa cum laude. Victoria Teragulova, magna cum laude. Yu Kim Tit. Alvin Ponical Thomas. Jason Tien, cum laude. Jessica Sochita Tiv, summa cum laude. Allison Genevieve Tobias, cum laude. Nicholas Alexander Tomaras, summa cum laude. Jeremy Tony. Sarah E. Tata, summa cum laude. Tina Tran, honors. Sarah Trejo, cum laude. Olivia Trohan, cum laude. Carolyn Shea Turner. Sophia Viviana Utreras, cum laude. Pranav V. Vala, honors cum laude. Ariel Destiny Villa. Maria Del Mar Villanueva Guzman, cum laude. Miriam Faith Wahab. Grace A. Wall. G.A. Wang, cum laude. Tiffany N. Wanyok. Katie N. Watson, magna cum laude. Paul Joseph Welch, honors cum laude. Samantha Jane Wolninsky, summa cum laude. Isabel Rose Westcott, summa cum laude. Jessica C. Weiss. Tyler J. Wing. Carolyn Catherine Wajnika. Morgan Elizabeth Wright, summa cum laude. Joshua Mikan Bignang Wu, magna cum laude. Shepard Stephen Yancey. Baraka Zahid. Fadi Zaibel. Lama Hussein Zaur, honors magna cum laude. Yulia Zaparanyuk. Brittany Ann Zarashak. Alexandra Brianna Zimbrakos, magna cum laude. Ferris Mujahed Ziad. Melanie Marie Zuniga, summa cum laude, the Department of Biology. Receiving the degree, Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry and Biochemistry. Andrew Jason Alcazar, cum laude. Claire Kathleen Anderson, cum laude. Christian Michael Andre, summa cum laude. Daniel Colin Bartlett, honors magna cum laude. Allison Mary Bottis. Megan Grace Bulkey, magna cum laude. Francesca Anna Brasgan, honors cum laude. Grant A. Carlson. Caitlin Dang, summa cum laude. Willem Robert Ditch, magna cum laude. Juveria Fatima, cum laude. Theodore Joseph Gerard, summa cum laude. Jake Paul Giese, magna cum laude. Christina Natalia Gridishin Geiger, cum laude. Ioana A. Habib, magna cum laude. Jacob William Hamilton, honors. Leonardo Fernando Hernandez. Tyler Scott Hershenhouse, magna cum laude. Janelle K. Javier, honors summa cum laude. Haley Ann Jensen, honors magna cum laude. Andrew J. Carafa, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Sarah Kojak, summa cum laude. Morgan Danielle Lusler, honors cum laude. Faith Julia Lewis, cum laude. Allison Leaders, summa cum laude. Iman J. Munya. Lucas Alvarez Manusak, magna cum laude. Mark David Marino, summa cum laude. Sarah F. Marting, magna cum laude. Caitlin H. McCanna, honors, summa cum laude. Maura Nicole McManus, magna cum laude. Brendan Douglas Newkirk, honors cum laude. Hannah Miriam Olson, magna cum laude. Karen Fernanda Ortega, honors, magna cum laude. Himali B. Patel. Love J. Patel, magna cum laude. Simran S. Patel, cum laude. Elissa Paul, honors, magna cum laude. Nicola Radanovic, magna cum laude. Emily Rose Rads, honors. Cassandra M. Sala. Evan Scruggs, magna cum laude. Holly Christina Shah, cum laude. Malik Shawabek, summa cum laude. Yumna Siddiqui, cum laude. Emma J. Simmons, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Thomas Scow, summa cum laude. Jean Gidoslavsky. Ruth Tomasin, cum laude. Kayla D. Tennyson, honors, cum laude. Tirana Timtong, summa cum laude. Abigail Lynn Vargas, cum laude. Jessica Witt, magna cum laude. Yushuan Zhang, cum laude. The Department of the Department of Chemistry. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Jackson D. Bradshaw. Alexander M. Brinza, cum laude. Patrick Tom Shishon, cum laude. Georgia Diane Cogstill. Ryan Joseph Gibner, cum laude. David Chen Grimm, cum laude. Cassandra Nicole Grosskopf, cum laude. Brooke Ellen Lepore, summa cum laude. Madeline A. McCullen, honors, magna cum laude. Natasha Isabel Nakashi. Lynn Huang Tran. Lorenza W. Trentini, honors, magna cum laude. Evelyn Zarowski, magna cum laude. Evelyn Zarowski, magna cum laude, the Department of Engineering.
Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience, Elaf M. Agha, summa cum laude. Nabil Ahmed, cum laude. Megan Eileen Elena, cum laude. Harshita Ambate, magna cum laude. Siddhartha Anamulasetti. Marissa Ariola, cum laude. Adam Will Banlasan. Blake O. Beck, cum laude. Brooke Rachel Boxrud, magna cum laude. Madeline Annette Brophy, honors cum laude. Faith Marie Beckler, magna cum laude. Trisha Dominique Chua Cabrera. Kaylee Noel Burke, cum laude. Corinne Nicole Cameron. Hannah Grace Cruz, honors cum laude. Alyssa T. DeChavez. Elena L. Dean. Lucy Eleanor Dean, summa cum laude. Katrina Eliana Dianella, magna cum laude. Christina Du, summa cum laude. Savez Durrani, magna cum laude. Sanjeen Durrani, magna cum laude. Linda A. Elrays, summa cum laude. Salma A. Farag, honors summa cum laude. Amir S. Farouk. Brian R. Florian. Victoria Galushian, summa cum laude. Jocelyn G. Garcia, magna cum laude. Madeline Ann Golden, magna cum laude. Norika Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Samantha Gonzalez. Mary Catherine Grabner, magna cum laude. Mark S. Hanna, cum laude. Gia Nicole Herrich. Andrea Victoria Hernandez. Mahek O. Ibrahim. Sarah Ibrahim, cum laude. Emma Lynn Jazek, honors. Ava Marie Jennings, honors, magna cum laude. Andres Tamaz Yuhas. Batul Karimi, magna cum laude. Aliyah Mulan Korkuya. Vinith Karupu. Nigel Ryan Lang, summa cum laude. Elise Danielle Laps, cum laude. Azalea Hope Leal, honors, magna cum laude. Sarah Joy Lehman, magna cum laude. Maya J. Lorenz, honors cum laude. Cameron Andrew Masonu. Lena Masidi. Vivian Grace McGahey. Sarah Grace Melendez, honors, magna cum laude. Adriana Mercado. Alexandria Allegra Ann McCulloch, magna cum laude. Annette Mikolajczyk. Connor Michael Morefoot, summa cum laude. Syed Hamza Nazir, magna cum laude. Ana Isabella Ovali. Ava L. Pagnuco. Sophia Marie Panos, cum laude. Agna D. Patel, magna cum laude. Ashvi Alpesh Patel, magna cum laude. Krupa Patel, summa cum laude. Sunny S. Patel, magna cum laude. Trisha A. Patel, magna cum laude. Tanner James Patton. Zoe Ann Peters, magna cum laude. Jesus Jose Pampa, cum laude. Rebecca Nicole Ramanathan. Hiba Fatima Raza. James B. Riley. Melissa Rodriguez. Ismail A. Roman. Anthea Marie Rosenberg, magna cum laude. Joyce Ruan, cum laude. Samantha Paige Runyons, cum laude. Michelle Kristen Sauer, cum laude. Nadira Z. Shabir. Tenzing Dolma Sherpa, cum laude. Andrew Blue Shayu, honors. Jazer Ahmed Siddiqui. Hannah Singh, cum laude. Vanessa R. Snyder. Ariel Stepankovskaya, summa cum laude. Grace Ellen Sweetman. Farhan Hussein Syed. Selma Sorensen Tibermont. Jacob Paul Taraka, summa cum laude. Alex James Terzinski. Uzma Ullah. Craig T. Van Vudenberg. Sarah Elizabeth Vinci. Iraj Wahid, cum laude. Simran K. Walia, cum laude. Alexis Nicole Walker. Taylor Brooks Wilson, magna cum laude. Catherine Chow Wu, cum laude. Claudia Zhuhei Yang, honors. Kathy Jinju Yoon. Millie A. Zechariah, cum laude. Claudia Zakowska, cum laude. Kaylee Amanda Zeffardino, summa cum laude. Alina Zerova, cum laude. Augusta Camila Zukaskis. The Department of Neuroscience. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Biophysics, Physics, and Theoretical Physics and Applied Mathematics. Sebastian Acevedo. Timothy Aguado. David Baknaki. J.T. Emnett. Catherine Jo Gruchot, honors. Michael Raymond Harris, magna cum laude. Christopher J. Cole, cum laude. Christopher Q. Nguyen, summa cum laude. Kaylee Taryn O'Brien, magna cum laude. Harrison James Snyder, magna cum laude. Natalie Ann West, summa cum laude. The Department of Physics. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Sabrina Maria Abate. Serena Adarance Adelaide. Rachel Noel Examet, summa cum laude. Abdul Ghafoor Alani, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Christina Alfara. Labiba Ali. Michelle Alonzi. Lina Amjad Aloisi. Liliana Seja Alvarez. Gabriela DeCola Arnold, cum laude. Danielle R. Arntzen, cum laude. Elizabeth Avalos. Lydia Daphne Bantani Bacala. Tegan Margaret Balmer, summa cum laude. Martin Benzumona. Miguel Andres Barrera. Marvin Daniel Escudero Bartolome, cum laude. Lindsay Grace Bidash, magna cum laude. Audrey Rose Benda. Timothy Daniel Bishop, S.J. Cameron Dolores Boone. Kirsten Francisca Bauer, magna cum laude. Zoe Nicole Boyle, cum laude. Carson William Brandt, magna cum laude. Leanne Bowie. Nyamor Angel Bias. Lorenz Claude Cabe, magna cum laude. Catherine Rose Cabri, cum laude. Audrey Marie Callis. Angelica Maria Camp Pinto. Zatali Campa, cum laude. Maitland Carabello. Sean P. Carey, honors magna cum laude. Andrea G. Kars, honors magna cum laude. Luz Elena Castrejon, magna cum laude. Rebecca Grace Cates. Ashley Elizabeth Sedano, magna cum laude. Marie Catherine Chamberlain, honors summa cum laude. Chun Hin Chan, magna cum laude. Alexandra Chwastik. Lucas S. Coker, summa cum laude. Noah R. Colette, cum laude. Amber Cracy. Brendan Thomas Crody. Isabella Sofia de Jesus, magna cum laude. Natalie M. De La Ruse. Emmanuel De Leon. Jessica Michelle Deering. Ashley Delgado. Laura Ianova Jambov. Margaret Elizabeth Dolan, cum laude. Rachel Dreschler, honors magna cum laude. Rosanna C. Duchesne. Sophia Elaine Dunn, cum laude. Angela L. Duong. Serena Rose Etchison, honors magna cum laude. Kendall Rose Fahey, honors cum laude. Madeline Rose Fitzpatrick, summa cum laude. Namrata R. Gajala. Samantha Galvez. Krasimira Galinova Geneva, cum laude. Alexandra Elise Garvalia, magna cum laude. Riley E. George, summa cum laude. Leanne June M. Herodias. Alexandria Francis Giganti. Matthew T. Galinsky. Angelica Golashewski, magna cum laude. Ariella Goldblum. Victoria Goeva. Danielle Sai Grigorica Colby, summa cum laude. Jack William Grosskopf, cum laude. Elizabeth L. Haggerty, magna cum laude. Dania Isam Hania. Dima Sami Hantuli. Audrey Fuki Markopoulos Harris, honors magna cum laude. Yong Yan He. Maya Olivia Hernandez. Sofia Azila Hernandez. Madeline Jo Hickey, honors cum laude. Cameron Danielle Hinkle, honors magna cum laude. Bana Husseini, magna cum laude. Mariana S. Iskander, magna cum laude. Anne Jacobson. Carla Haregi, magna cum laude. Enrique Jimenez. Marin J. Joseph. Christopher William Kaufman. Miriam Khan. Grace Coe, honors summa cum laude. Eva Dorota Kulik. Julia Emmanuel Kogut. Isabella Danner Koptic. Jacob F. Kowalski. Helena Marie Kresa. Monica Kulisic, magna cum laude. Ethan Roy P. Lagman. Shrivani Lambda, cum laude. Carly Lynn Lambeth. Cherry Hay Lamb Lee. Kayla Marie Lewis. Edwina S. Lee. Serafino Michael Arthur Licastro. Stella M. Lilac, magna cum laude. Anna Jo Lilienthal, cum laude. Justin A. Luong. Crystal Marie Lopez. Jack Wiley Loy. Clara Grace Mack, magna cum laude. Marion Gertrude Maderas. Gwendolyn R. Madden, honors cum laude. Emily Lynn Manco, honors magna cum laude. Emma Marie Martini, summa cum laude. Christina Maria Martinuk. Olivia Jackson Maxwell, magna cum laude. Chloe Marie McCarran. Grace Tobin McLean, cum laude. Eric A. McFarland, Jr. Imani Melendez, magna cum laude. Anna Michelle Mendoza Lopez, magna cum laude. LaShonda Destiny Mitchell. Luke Alexander Moores, magna cum laude. Rita Anna Rose Majukian. Liana Moremi. Dima Hassan Mubarak. Yesenia Montserrat Velasco Munoz, cum laude. Anna Colleen Murphy. Mary Claire Nagai, honors magna cum laude. Callista Rose Navarrete. Lit Ann Nersessen, summa cum laude. Isaac Daniel Nunez. Kelsey Alono. Sean Thomas Pallardy, cum laude. Komal P. Patel. Elizabeth Ann Pellegrini. Caroline Marie Pescatore. Noelle Marie Pittman, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Polo. Paula Ponce. Kayla Potter. Lauren Emily Powers, summa cum laude. Nicole Marie Preston, magna cum laude. Raimundo Alejandro Quiroga, magna cum laude. Ruxar Rafiq. Pooja Rai. Geneva Joy Arana Ramos. John Matthew Ratfelders. Francisca Reyes Rodriguez. Jasmine Reynoso, cum laude. Caitlin Ann Ripcho. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Martin Reese Rodriguez Faulkner. Alejandra Pejola Rosales. Natalie Marie Rossman. Caitlin Plyfith Rouse, cum laude. Grace C. Ruark, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Rusink, honors magna cum laude. Patrick Alexander Sack, Jr. Neil Parkish Saini. Dina Salem, magna cum laude. Yaelene Salinas. Tay Sam. Yahaida Naleli Sanchez. Saray M. Santana Sanchez. Catherine Marie Santucci, summa cum laude. Rachel A. Schoeneman, cum laude. Olivia London Sinise, magna cum laude. Aisha A. Shaw, magna cum laude. Lydia Elizabeth Sims. Gabrielle Smith, cum laude. Trudy Helen Smith. Lauren McCormick Somerville, cum laude. Samantha Ann Spain, magna cum laude. Antonia N. Speranza. Hyla K. Stamper. Gabriella J. Steck, magna cum laude. Madeline Claire Suze, honors, magna cum laude. Leah H. Tan, magna cum laude. Karina Tapia. Eleni Veronica Tassiopoulos, magna cum laude. Allison Tetzloff, magna cum laude. Amani L. Thomas. Maya Juanita Thomas, cum laude. Alexis Marie Tagani, cum laude. Sylvia Adriana Tolsik, magna cum laude. Mia Angelica Trace, magna cum laude. Travis Phi Tran. Sean J. Trapp, summa cum laude. Emma Margaret Tuminaro, magna cum laude. Mia Lee Tyler, honors, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Ubalor, magna cum laude. Anam Naz Omrani, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Urbancic, honors, magna cum laude. Lydia Varghese. Sarah A. Verespej, magna cum laude. Emma Marie Volmer, honors, summa cum laude. Kayla Tomoko Wakuda Scott. Kristen Jacoby Washington, magna cum laude. Maya Christine Wells. Jacqueline Wentz. Audrey Grace Wiesner, magna cum laude. Allison Grace Will, magna cum laude. Kaylee Marie Wilson. Catherine Elizabeth Wimmer, magna cum laude. Megan Marissa Wintrode, summa cum laude. Kira Jerry Woshowitz, magna cum laude. Isabella Michelle Ann Wohler, honors cum laude. Lucille Wurst. Alida Reina Zarate. Armina Anna Zarai. Emily Rose Zimmerman, cum laude. Lindsay J. Zhao, honors, magna cum laude.
ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you the class of 2022. Following the closing blessing, please join the graduates for a reception on the West Quad. In the meantime, we ask that you remain in your seats until all the graduates have exited the auditorium. It is now my privilege to invite Dr. Joanne Rooney, President of Loyola University Chicago, to the podium, who will offer a few remarks and a final blessing.
Thank you. Will everyone please be seated? Members of the class of 2022, it has been a very long road. Who knew when you first arrived to the campus everything you knew or thought you knew about your college experience was upended and reimagined in a matter of days? However, you did it. You have graduated. Will everyone join me one more time in applauding these graduates? Each of us, at various times throughout our lives, both sit upon the shoulders and follow in the footsteps of others who came before us. Just over 500 years ago, St. Ignatius of Loyola and a small group of colleagues made a pledge to each other. They vowed to study, work, and pray together. They pledged to propagate a faith that melded spirituality with deep inquiry, fostering that dynamic tension between formation of the mind academically with formation of deep spirituality and trust in God. When they founded the Society of Jesus and its educational mission and method, they did so in a spirit of intellectual and cultural openness that fundamentally shifted Christianity and Western culture. The Jesuits did not promote a blind, unquestioning faith. Their revolutionary approach blended spiritual and educational methods that opened hearts and minds to art and to science, to reason and to rhetoric. Through deep inquiry, observation, debate, and discourse, they looked for God, God in all things. And they did all of this in service to others. Ignatius and the Jesuits created a system of education that integrated study and research, rigor and compassion, contemplation and conversation, with active engagement among the people, societies, and cultures around them. In short, the Jesuits moved beyond the secure walls of the monastery to fearlessly engage with the world around them, to advance change, and to lift up those who suffer. Today, that same mission is entrusted to you and embodied in you. Graduates, you are challenged to act, going to the margins of our society in service to the poor and underserved, and expanding frontiers of knowledge to support that very same service. You have embraced your Jesuit education not simply as a way to distinguish yourself in a career, but as a way to learn, to lead, and to serve in your place and your time in this world. On its face, this idea of service may seem very straightforward and uncomplicated. It is not. I was reminded of this recently in a Western civilization class that I attended, taught by our own Professor Buchholz. Civilization, civilized society is at its core about community, about greetings and sympathy. As members of a community, we must be willing to reach deep within ourselves to engage with each other, not just via a video or text, but face to face, human connection to human connection. It is receiving each other and interacting each other on a personal level. The smile, the nod, the acknowledgement, the embrace. Along with greeting, however, we must also show sympathy, or a better description, true empathy. Committing ourselves to seeing each other, appreciating each other, understanding each other, and showing compassion and care. It is only then that we could be of real service, walking alongside and accompanying those in need. Recently, Pope Francis was much more direct, dare I say blunt, in his assessment, calling upon each of us to put aside consumerism and self-centered desires to serve others. In a recent homily celebrating Mass for the World Day of the Poor, he stated, "Let us not waste our lives thinking only of ourselves, indifferent to others, or deluding ourselves into thinking peace and security. Instead," he said, "we must look reality in the face and avoid the infection of indifference." The infection of indifference. As we emerge from the relative isolation of the pandemic, we are often struck and even consumed by all the sorrows and losses and lessons we have endured over the past few years, even though we cannot undo any of the past. We can also become anxious and even overwhelmed when we focus on the future and all that we need to do to address the urgent issues in our neighborhoods, communities, and across the world. But again, we cannot dictate the details of tomorrow. Learn from the past, yes. Contemplate the future, of course. However, equally important, what we must also do is be present in the moment. I urge you to regularly pause and engage with the present. Offer greetings and express empathy. Appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, the warmth of the sun, the uplifting sound of laughter, the vibrant colors of new spring growth, the melodies of joyous music, the smile of a child, the poignant stories of an elder. My sincere prayer for each of you is that your Jesuit education affords you protection against the infection of indifference. That you continue to explore, grow, and learn, moving toward a hope-filled future, serving where the need is greatest. That you stay connected to the present, nourishing the good in your lives with love and optimism, sharing greetings and expressing sympathy. In these ways, you will be the difference and make the difference in all that you do. As I close, I would like to offer one final gesture of respect, gratitude, and appreciation to each one of you. Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences at Loyola University Chicago, I tip my hat to you and congratulations. Graduates, we will ask you to remain seated just a few more minutes, but everyone else, please stand if you are able and extend your hand over our graduates for a final blessing. The blessing is located on the last page of the program and is also displayed on the screens. Please join with me. May God bless you and sustain you on this, your graduation day. May the Creator of this vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. May the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. May the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen. And congratulations, graduates.